looking for Mark Ettridge.
No,
Ettridge loses out. Clements gets a mark on the half-back line. He's going back towards centre, looking for Captain Seal. Seal plays on. He eludes Mackenzie. His kick over goes to Johnson. Johnson, for once, didn't get hold of the ball. But we see Francis, this time out marking Collins.
Oh yeah, I have seen that. Francis, was it?
Francis.
Yeah.
Francis.
Tell me about him.
Yeah, no, he's a good player.
Mm.
Yeah, full forward.
Farmer?
Pretty skillful, yeah. Good kick, good mark. Yeah, originally a farmer, yep.
Yeah.
So.
And you played, well, probably not with him. He was probably...
Yeah, would have played with Shane, yeah.
Oh, I would have.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Fatty and, yeah, probably a young lad playing, I don't know, 14 or 15 or 16 in the A grade at Kelly, so yeah, because the numbers weren't huge, so yeah.
Kelly player Kent gets the ball out on the wing. He's got a paddock to move in. It goes to P. Adler. Adler, who's been playing well this quarter. He fires the ball across to dead in front of goals to Francis. And Francis, who really doesn't make a mistake when he shoots for goals, has put through a fine goal from about 25 metres out. Well, it seems as though Kelly want to keep this game in their hands. He really doesn't make a mistake when he shoots.
No, he's playing all right, isn't he? But who's that?
Fatty Adler took the one-handed mark, yeah.
Oh, where's my cursor? So, who was that?
Yeah. Peter Adler, fat man, yeah.
Fat man.
Fat man, yeah.
Poor bugger, but anyway.
Yeah, well, he's not that fat man, wasn't that fat man then, but yeah.
He was obviously a big
that's
man.
Right, he was nicknamed Fat Man, so yeah. So.
The bounce is not a good one by umpire Churchett. Kelly is straight into attack. And we see their player here on the forward flank in it, P. Adler, getting the kick, driving his kick right up into the, almost into the goal.
What can you tell me about him?
No, good player, yeah.
Yep.
She was a forward player.
Yep.
Never got in the centre to do any work. He just stood up in the forward lines and marked the ball, would kick a few goals.
Kicked a lot of goals, I gather.
Yeah, no, he did, yeah.
And a bit of a gun. But Kelly seemed to have all the guns. Why were they so strong? Obviously, Kimber didn't win a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we had a good team, but back in the Buckaboo, you know, Kelly, Kimber, Wadiki era, it was always, it seemed to be Buckaboo, Kelly, like they were the two that always fighting off against each other and
over the years, probably Buckaboo and Kelly, probably Wadiki got its fair share, far more than Kimber. Kimber was about once every 5 or 6 years. I think we won 2 in a row in the late 50s and early 60s, but after that we used to battle, mainly because a lot of our team were floating population. And this week we'd have this year we'd have the bank manager and the stock agent and et cetera, and then next year they'd go and be shifted on with their job. And so sometimes we got an influx of really good footballers, and sometimes we got some that were no good at all. But Kimber team really did, if you look at 50% of those people, they are school teachers or bank manager or managing staff or stock agents.
Yep.
a lot of the time Buckleboo would go through undefeated and get done in the grand final, and like the next year Kelly might go through undefeated and get rolled in the grand final. It was sort of, yeah, it was a funny, well, it was a strong league, but yeah, it was funny that if you went through it undefeated or hardly losing the game, you seemed to get beaten in the grand final. A bit more incentive to roll them or something. So
because that's the sort of rivalry that Buckleboo and Kelly had.
That's right. Yeah, they seem to be the real rivalry.
We'll see on the day, sort of.
That's right. Yeah.
Sort of thing, yeah.
And same as the Eastern Air League when the Kimber Cleve was a real rivalry as well. So.
Why did you play for Kelly?
Just just because the old man said, I think. But yeah, we lived on a farm originally, so yeah, only not far out of town, but yeah.
So that's how it works. Kelly was like the Kimber farmers, and Kimber the...
Kimber was sort of the township more and yeah.
Yeah, the policemen, the teachers, the bank clerks.
So Kelly sort of had a good farming group, I suppose, yeah, and a few. So I was a mechanic, and at school, but yeah, because the old man was on the farm, that was seemed to where we go.
Kelly connection, yeah.
Yeah.
Much like Rovers over at Streaky.
Yeah.
They're the farming.
They're the farming.
Well, they were the farming club, and
right,
then there was the town boys were Streaky.
Yeah.
Who else we got there?
So what year was this, do you know?
This is 1982.
82.
And this is at Wirrala, Premier and Premiers.
At Wirrala, yeah.
So Kelly won.
Might have been there. But
yeah, well, I reckon.
not sure.
Yeah, you were probably a bit young then.
Oh, I probably would have been playing, I think.
You would have been playing in this? Or?
Probably, yeah. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know whether there
1982.
Watson here get a free from the throw-in as he was infringed in ruck. And we see a free being got back to Kelly here as Johnson was over the shoulders of his opponent. That was Grub Johnson. Ball's back in the square. Scrambling around for it. Both teams' players. Clements has picked it up for Kelly. He's been felled. The ball's been taken on.
I found some old footage of Kelly.
Yeah.
In 1982.
Kelly. I'm trying to think of some players. Marty Seal was the captain coach of the Kimber League, but he was also the captain coach of the Kelly Club. Well, when I was playing, Marty was at the end of his, but he was still playing. We won the Mortlake Shield in '63, County Jervois. We had Port Neill with us that year, and of course that made a difference. Port Neill had some very good players. Yes. And we won the Mortlake Shield and thought we were pretty good. We went up to Kimber and got beaten.
Oh, really?
Kelly players trying to punch the ball away to get it out of the danger area. Captain Seal once again got the ball.
Seals go, right, don't they?
Oh, they do, yes. Yeah.
Michael Seal apparently was pretty handy.
Yep. He was down at Tasman's similar time that we were. Yeah.
Yep.
Or sort of that 4 or 5 years in Lincoln, yeah.
Yeah, good people.
Yes.
And but Michael Seal, his father went all right too.
Marty, yeah. I think they had a Kelly team of the century or something, and Marty, I think, was, I don't know, whether he was captain coach or something like that. But
you saw him play?
No, not that I can remember, no.
Yeah, you would have played with the Seals, the Suns though.
Yep. Geo Seal was champion, so yep. Stephen Seal.
Yeah.
Sid's got looks inboard, finds Cooper Llewellyn.
This guy's
centre square.
On his own all the time at the minute, he's young Cooper.
Who's he going to go? Are you going to bomb it long to the top of the square?
It's a high ball.
And Brooks
By a
Seals
good mark by Brooks Seal on the chest.
sat in the hole and done it well.
It's a famous name too, Peter.
Yes, yeah, no, it is a famous name. Brooks' dad, Gio, was a terrific player for our club. Sadly, no longer with us. But yeah, the Seal family is a big name in the Kimber district. But the Gio Seal was he was a tremendous player for our club and for the league and male medalist. And I think if you go into our club and look at
Gio Seal.
Yeah, Stephen. I mean, he's got. Sadly, he's no longer with us, which is sad. But his grandson, young Mac, won the medal this year in the kids, and he's a great little footballer coming on. And yeah, when you look through this side here.
Well, just quickly, all the Seals can play.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. We've had Brooks been a very good player for the club, and then of course Muncher or Michael's lads they're excellent young players and played in premiership teams when I was coaching. So.
And Michael's pretty handy?
Yeah, Michael's a good solid player for sure, yeah. And look, we had some good times playing for Kimber districts all those years. And it's been some really good players. I mean, it's very hard to say who would your best player be. But when I look at the male medalists, I think we've got 10. 2 guys have won 2 male medals each, Darren Hunt and Jesse Kemp. But when you look up on that wall and look at those players, the Dickie Clementses and all them, and these guys, Matt Leonard, they're all different type of players, you know, and which add to the dynamics of your team. But yeah, look, we've had some excellent players. I think probably currently Jesse Kemp is probably one that state country player. You know, he's such a big unit and plays big and tall. He's probably one of the standout players I've seen in our club, and of course young Riley Martin won the medal this year. So yeah, it's been good. But when you go through these photos and look at who we were playing against, the John Humphries and Barry Hutchens, these guys, and Brian Ramsey was a terrific player for the Cleve Club. You know, he's one of the best I'd seen. I played against him in Whyalla actually, and yeah, Brian was a tremendous player. And Gav Masters for Ports. You know, these guys were. Gavin was rock solid. You know, they played it hard. And the Jenner boys, you know, there's been some really good players around. So some good play. Barry Hutchens, you know, probably one of the best country footballers going around at the time.
Barry Hutchens and
cheeky little fellow he is.
Short Barry Hutchens. This has been well in his distance, 45 metres.
Yeah, he loves these shots for goal, Fred.
Usually a long, accurate kick.
Kicked 20 goals in one game last year, this fella. Should know where they are. It's a beautiful looking kick off the boot, and there's no doubt about it. He's a good kick for goal. That puts Eyre Peninsula 7-8 to Barossa and Light 4-6.
Yes, took a long time to get that goal, Joe. 22-minute mark.
Badly needed goal, Freddie.
Desperately needed that one.
Well, Dartpeak Waterkey won that one with John Humphries and Barry Hutchens both in the team.
yeah. Really good, yeah. Yeah, not much better than them.
Yeah, well, what can you tell me about those two guys?
Oh, shit, Barry. I don't know how many male medals he won, 7 or more, I think, so yeah.
Kicked 25 goals one game.
Yep. two-sided player. You know, kick left leg bloody 60 metres and right leg 50, but because he was a left-legger. But yeah.
Hutchens, he'll go in with his left leg in long.
Oh, a 60-yard kick. It could go to the top.
It's a good
goal.
Kick. It's a great goal by Air Peninsula. Well done, Hutchens. That's what they need. Get the ball down quickly. Get the quick handball out. Hutchens played well this last quarter. Fred, he's come in. He's had quite several very telling touches.
Well, I think perhaps the second half, he's been the one player from EP that's kept him in the game. He's in the third quarter, he had those 2 long shots for goal up there, and the last quarter he's continued on, and that was a tremendous running goal.
Scoreboard now 9-9 to 5-8. Air Peninsula.
That's a 19-point break at this stage at the 15-minute mark.
Big Max Parker gets the tap away. Hutchens in again. Another kick to him. Johncock taps it on cleverly to Proctor. Proctor back to Johncock. Here's the kick around the body.
Goal.
Yeah, magnificent. John was bloody just so strong, clean, centre forward. Really good, yeah.
This is dangerous for Air Peninsula here. Out comes Charlton and goes for the boundary. Clements in the chase for it.
O'Connor.
In comes
Handball
Rule.
off to Coburn. Coburn breaks one tackle,
Well done.
can't get through the second one. Here's Wilson. Handball down looking for O'Connor.
Good pressure by Hutchens. Give Proctor a chance. And he's kicked it out. It hit the boundary line, so it's still in play. It's still... 24-minute mark now. Boys starting to get tired again. Baldock up against Greg. Marr over the ball. Can't take it away. Tin Scrambley. Try to knock it out. That's Schaefer in there. Off the ground. Picked up by Clements. Did well. Here's Rule. Can't mark the ball. Phelps in there. Gets the ball. Good handle to Horgan.
Here's a chance for Air Peninsula. Darrington
This is
behind.
one-on-one. Oh, John Humphries does well here. And a great goal by Air Peninsula then. Well done by Jeff Phelps to get that ball out to Horgan. A good running goal. Kicked it over the top of the Safa player, and John Humphries did well with his body to keep the ball in front of him.
Well, a bit of sunshine out here now, and that's the goal that Air Peninsula needed, because it's brought them back to within 4 points, and they've got the advantage of any breeze that may be here for the last quarter. And at the 25-minute mark, I would say that Safa desperately need another major here to give them a little bit of breathing space at three-quarter time.
Yeah, that was a very handy goal, Dallas. Back in the centre.